The road to GH will reveal that Brennan couldn't keep his composure when he discovered that Carly had planted a bug in his office. His anger flared intensely, and as he removed the device, a wave of betrayal overwhelmed him. Carly, whom he had once trusted and developed special feelings for, had secretly been spying on him. This made him feel not only deceived, but also disrespected. Brennan realized that Carly not only wanted to protect herself, but also sought to control every situation, even using underhanded tactics to uncover the truth. However, this action backfired, escalating the tension and putting their relationship in jeopardy. Brennan's anger was not just a spontaneous reaction, but part of a premeditated plan for punishment. Once a colleague he could have worked with, Carly had now become a target that Brennan could not ignore. In a decisive move, Brennan controlled Carly and forced her to join the WSB organization. His goal was not only to cleanse the betrayal in his eyes, but also to use her as a tool for the dangerous undercover operations the WSB was carrying out. For Carly, this was an unavoidable decision, even though she realized she was being dragged into a game she never wanted to be part of. Brennan knew Carly's weakness, her loyalty to those close to her, especially Anna and Jason. That's why he didn't hesitate to use direct threats to force Carly's compliance. Carly felt cornered. Although she had always wanted to help Anna, Jason, and those she cared about, she now realized that every decision she made came with a cost. Joining the WSB, while possibly protecting her from Brennan's revenge, placed her in a world she could not control. Every covert mission she had to carry out was dangerous, and each step she took could lead to betrayal or death. Carly knew that by joining this organization, she would have to do things she never imagined herself doing, from surveillance and espionage to participating in dark schemes. She not only faced threats from Brennan himself, but also from the powerful forces within the WSB. This action had trapped Carly in a vicious cycle from which she couldn't escape. Her thoughts about helping Anna and Jason only deepened her sense of helplessness. She realized that her actions not only wouldn't help them, but could put them in danger. If Carly wasn't careful, her ties to the WSB could expose everything she was trying to protect. She was forced to work for the WSB, but she knew she could never truly separate herself from Anna and Jason. They remained the most important people in her life, but helping them was now nearly impossible, as she was living in a world filled with lies and guilt. The relationship between Carly and Brennan became even more tense as Carly began to realize that she was not only forced to join the WSB, but also dragged into a battle she could not win. She couldn't stop, but every decision pushed her further away from those she loved, and she realized that, sometimes, in order to save others, she had to sacrifice herself. If Valentine discovered that his whereabouts had been exposed, he wouldn't settle for simply punishing Brennan. With his cold and cautious nature, Valentine would immediately take ruthless revenge, not only on Brennan but also on anyone involved in leaking the information. For Valentine, betrayal was unforgivable, and he wouldn't hesitate to use cunning tricks to make the perpetrator pay dearly. Things would become even more dangerous when Valentine realized that the exposure of his identity was not just a threat to him, but also to his covert ties with Pikeman and the WSB. The connection with the Pikeman organization, which had been kept secret, would become a major threat, not only to Valentine but also to those connected to him. If this information were exposed, not only would Valentine's plots be uncovered, but the covert operations of the WSB would also be brought to light, causing a major crisis. These relationships would make everything much more complicated and unpredictable. Carly, after planting the bug and inadvertently causing a disaster, would face consequences she couldn't predict. Valentine and Brennan would not forgive her actions, and they would find a way to make her pay. The dark plots would rise again, and Carly would have no choice but to face the revenge.